Hello guys, this is Becca, and yes, I made it back. Whew, I didn't think I was going to get around to it, but I made it. Got all my bookwork, well, not all of it, got most of it done for the church, and then I had to take care of some of my personal business, so I had to leave the church before I got everything complete, but I got it to the point that I could leave it until next week. It's not a big deal what's left. I can do it next week, but I made it back, got all of that taken care of, and now I'm fixing to change Lena and get her dressed for the day. It's kind of late, but that's okay, because whatever I put on, whichever doll I have for the day, when I put her clothes on her for the day, she stays in that until her next time around. I'm sure y'all, if you follow me very long, you know how I rotate my babies and how I do it. If you don't, just leave me you have any questions about what I'm talking about, leave me a comment, and I will do my best to answer you. Well, I meant to tell you what I'm putting on her. This here is a child of mine, 0 to 3 months. It's a light gray background, and it has little doggies all over it. Kind of looks like either French bulldogs or like my dog, Boston Terrier. One or the other. Turn loose of that sleeve. Her keeps grabbing her sleeve and won't let Mama pull it on her. Her keeps grabbing a hold of it. Yes, her do. Won't let Mama get it pulled on. There's little pink dogs, pink and white dogs, and then some darker gray and white dogs and some black and white dogs on here. And it's so cute. I thought it would be cute because of my Boston Terrier. That's what it looks like, is little Boston Terriers. Well, the black and white one looks like a Boston Terrier. The other color ones looks more like a French Bulldog, but it could be meaning to be Boston Terrier also. I don't know. But we're just going to say they're Boston Terriers. Yeah. To match Macy. To match our Macy, huh, Lena? Yeah. We're going to match our Macy. Yeah, sweet Macy. Okay. Now we got our little shirt on her. I'm trying to dress my babies more warm. Because by the time it comes back around to her, it'll be about a month and a half before I get back to her. Oh, excuse me, guys. I'm so sorry for yawning. I'm tired, but I don't feel sleepy. And I'm wondering if my CPAP machine might not need to be readjusted, because I've been waking up in the morning time with a headache and dizzy. And that's the way I would do. And I would yawn all the time. And that's the way I would do before I got my CPAP machine. And with the COVID and all going on, I have only had like phone visits with my doctor. I haven't went and had a reevaluation or anything for a couple of years. Because it had been about a year before all this started. Or almost a year before. So it's been about a year and a half since I've been to see him. And we've had just phone visits. And so, here I go again. Excuse me. I'm kind of worried that maybe my machine needs to be readjusted, because I've been getting sleep, not necessarily sleepy, just where I yawn all the time and I wake up dizzy and with a headache. So I'm putting these little pink pants on her to match the little pink doggies. And this here is Swiggles, is the brand. It's 0 to 3 months. And before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and put her little socks on because it has the little, like a band around the ankle part of the pants. So I'm going to put her socks on first, where they'll be up under the pants, and I won't have such a hard time trying to get them poked up under there. I find that works best for me. So I'm putting these little white socks on that has the pink toe and the pink heel, which they won't be seeing, that part of them, because she's going to have on some shoes. Mommy's trying to get them all dressed up warm and with some shoes on, so they won't be freezing to death whenever it gets colder weather. We're supposed to have pretty cool weather for the south all this week. Yesterday was pretty cool. We got up this morning, it was 49 degrees, and that's just unheard of around here until it gets on up into wintertime. But I am enjoying it, the cooler weather. I hate to be hot. I hate to be hot. And so I want to get my babies dressed up to be warm in this cooler weather. Yeah. And so when Mama looks at them, she won't feel like, oh, they're freezing to death, my poor babies. I'm going to put these little tennis shoes on her. I found these at a thrift store. And let's see if they have any kind of sign, any kind of tag on the inside. Not in that one. And there's nothing on the bottom. Okay, here's the tag. Little Beginnings is the brand. And I'm assuming it's a size 0 because they're smaller than most of the shoes that I have. So I'm assuming this is a 0. So I don't know if you're seeing or not. Let me just... Let's see. Just a tad, so maybe you can see what I'm doing. If I can get it on her, they keep closing up. They keep closing up. Mama's not too good at doing all this. Yeah. There we go. Got them pretty little shoes. There's silver glittery around the shoe. The tongue of them, there you go. The shoe is silver glittery, the tongue is pink, and then right on the toe part is the white vinyl. It's like it's leather or rubber like tennis shoes usually are, but it's actually vinyl on these baby shoes. All right. There we go. We getting her all fixed up to be warm. Yeah. And they're actually going to get to wear some shoes. I've got tons of shoes. But during the summer, when I just put onesies on them, I just didn't take the time to put shoes on them. So they will actually get to wear some of their shoes. Yeah, they will get to wear some of their shoes. Every time I go to a thrift store or places like, I hadn't been to yard sales in Lord, I don't know how long it's been since I've been to a yard sale. But I do go to the thrift stores around this area. And every time I go, I look for shoes because it's hard to find size 0s at a thrift store or anywhere. And so I always look to see if they have size 0s. And two, I buy from people on Instagram and Facebook that sells used clothes. And so sometimes I purchase shoes through them. So, and then I have bought some brand new myself, just bought them myself without going through a thrift store or used shop on Instagram or Facebook, just Walmart or Carter's or somewhere. I've just purchased some myself. Okay, let's get you. Well, if I turn the brush right, huh? There you go. Now her's got her little white headband on to bring out the white in the doggies and in her shoes. And her's so pretty. Her's so sweet. We're just going to give her the purple passy back. It matches. Purple and pink goes together. Now, that's Mama's baby. I'm going to snuggle with her a little bit before I have to put her back in her designated place. And just for my new ones, in case you don't know, each night around 6 o'clock is when I swap out my babies. They're already dressed in their day clothes. Supposed to be. Sometimes I don't. Matter of fact, this baby's sitting right here with the unicorn. She's in a sleeper because I just didn't, whenever it was her day, I was either real sick. Sorry about the moving of the camera. I'm trying to get it set back now. Should have left it alone. But, like, if I'm just not feeling real well, I would just go ahead and put them up in their sleeper. Especially if it's a real pretty one. Excuse me. That I love to look at. And that one was so pretty, I didn't mind seeing it every day as I walked by her, where she sat on the shelf. And so, but what I do is, like I said, at night I switch out the babies. The one that I've going to do the next day, I go ahead and change it into a sleeper for the night. This is just my routine, what I like to do. And so it sleeps in the sleeper. It sleeps in the sleeper. And then the next morning when we get up, I change it into day clothes. Or like this one is later in the afternoon before I actually got her changed. But I put them in day clothes. And then at 6 o'clock when it's time to switch out, I put the baby that I've had that day back on the shelf. Or, you know, in the bed or carrier, whatever they're in, their designated place. I put that one back in the clothes it wore that day. And then it wears that until it rotates back around to this baby. But I have just recently, past couple of days, received my cuddle baby that I ordered. And that one will be, along with the baby of the day, that one will be, I may not actually show her on camera every day, but every day she's going to be cuddled. She's my cuddle baby. Literally, I cuddle her every day. And I also cuddle the ones that's, you know, that's the baby of the day. But I might not always show. Now, let's see if I can say it. Aria. I need to change her name because I have such a hard time saying that right. But I just, if y'all have come across some really pretty feminine names, just frilly sounding names, let me know, because I just want her to have a really pretty name, and I just hadn't found one that struck me yet. So I'm just calling her sculpt name until I can come across a name I really like. But it's really hard for me to say that. I always want to say Ariel. And it's not Ariel. It is Aria. Aria. A-R-I-A. Aria. And for some reason, I can't get it to come out like that the first try. I don't know why. It's a pretty name and I like it. I just don't want to butcher it every time I call her name. All right, guys. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you've enjoyed my little video. Hope you enjoyed seeing Lena. And we're going to go do some little snuggling before time for her to be put up for her until her next go-round. All right. Thank you so much for stopping by. And I will talk with you all later. Bye. Got to take you off so I can do the close-up.